Hello guys, Axilla here again for another Kill the King tournament game. Out here on the blue team we have it's the team New Order of Bosses, and the red team is Team Pulse. So introducing Team Pulse first, we're going to have Not Queen as the support Malfurion. We're going to have Endor as that Master Skin Abatha. Nice play by him. We're going to have Crazy Train as the Johanna. I Love Nachos as the melee assassin Zeratul, and Ziri as that Sylvanas. Now, New Order of Bosses, we're going to have Exact on his Falstad, as we've seen before. Ben is actually going to be playing the Brightwing. Slight on the Jaina. Nijo on his tank, playing Tyrael, and we're going to have Zutja on the Anubarak. So level 1 talents here, we're going to get the Seasoned Marksman out the Falstad. We're going to have Regen Master, Conjurer's Pursuit out of the Zeratul Malfurion respectively. Another Regen Master come out the Anubarak. A little bit of engagement here in mid. Not much going to happen. Some damage onto the Zeratul, but the Abatha Shield should help that. So we've got 4 heroes currently in the mid lane. It's going to drop down to 1, so we're going to have a small rotation. But the Tyrell's taking a lot of damage here. Might in fact die. He's going to be able to Eldrin's Might himself away. But in the meantime, we're going to have the Sylvanas silenced up. Fantastically timed silence by the Brightwing. Means that she's not going to be able to use her Wailing... I've forgotten what the hell it's called again. Her Haunting Wave in order to get out. I keep thinking it's the name of the tank. In the meantime, just a little bit low. Anubarak versus Malfurion. This is not going to be a particularly exciting lane. Quickly going back on the tanks, we're going to have Knight takes Pawn for Johanna, which is a really good wave clear talent, especially if you have the Azmodan composition. Bribe by the Brightwing is a particular favourite for most Brightwing players. Going to have maybe a Smite build coming out of the Tyrael, plus Deep Chill out of the Jaina. Now, first night time, going to have I Love Nachos' Zeratul come in here and take a good amount of the seeds with the Abatha hat on. There's going to be 4 players here, all going on to Crazy Train with those slows, but he is unstoppable because of Johanna's trait. Going to slow his opponents down and get the hat from Abatha for the shield, as so he doesn't die. I Love Nachos on that Zeratul, just blinking away from the damage. No seeds taken up here top, so Team New Order of Bosses just going to rotate up there. Exact actually taking a good chunk of damage here, gets stunned out by the Johanna, but Johanna taking a huge amount of damage there, activating her trait in order to run away from the Jaina slow. Most of the seeds going the way of Pulse. Pulse here, and a small experience lead for Pulse, nothing drastic. We're actually going to have Ben on the Brightwing soaking bottom lane so that they can try and get the experience advantage. It's very important to try and get level 10 first on any map. Less so Garden of Terror since the Terror itself is the big damage dealer, but still, it's very important to try and get level 10 as quick as possible. Not much coming out from either team here. No Terror is going to be taken, although saying that, at the exact same time, both teams go to take their respective Terrors, with Pulse taking the Terror up top and New Order taking the Terror down the bottom. Now, just going to cover the talents, we're going to have Amplified Healing on the Tyrael, plus the rest of the Beetle build out from the Anubarak. Not taking the level 1 Beetle talent, but instead favouring the Regen Master. Promote out from the Brightwing, so may get some Promote Catapults coming and do a lot of work here. Gathering Power from the Falstad. A little bit unusual in conjunction with the Seasoned Marksman. Talent, normally you're going to go for like Power Throw and Secret Weapon, at least for the sort of more right-click oriented Falstad. The Seasoned Marksman doesn't actually add any damage to your abilities, so you're not even going for the full ability. So we're going to have Snowstorm, so a bigger Blizzard Radius by Jaina. Focus attack by the Zeratul. That's normal. We'll probably see a follow through come out. And we're going to get a Terror come out for Team Pulse here. We managed to get more seeds in that first night, taking 2 of the small camps. Taking an extra small camp plus a couple seeds from one that they didn't get flooded. Adrenal Overload plus Pressurized Glands for the Abatha. It's quite a common build, especially for a melee-oriented lineup, and they do have the Johanna plus the Zeratul, so Hopefully that'll be good. We do get the follow through on that Zeratul. Gonna have enduring growth from Mafia and make those heals last longer, make them stronger. And unstable poison, envenom, and weirdly barbed shot for the Sylvanas at level 1. Not the usual with the wind which we see, which increases the range of withering fire. You're going to get the bonus damage to minions, so she's going to be able to push a bit harder. Maybe take mercenaries quicker. Laws of Hope by Johanna, so a little better first aid for her, quite quick. Really nice, along with the battle momentum. So without wanting to cover too much with the talents, because I don't want to focus on them too heavily, it looks like the Bribe's just going to the Brightwing is going to bribe out their own giants, and they may even potentially go to push with this in middle. But it does look like Material's taking a bit of damage. Zeratul, I love Nachos, is going to clean up these siege giants with a crazy train. A little bit of a wasted bribe. Would have, I think, liked to see the Brightwing come over here and bribe these sneakily, but always a worry when there is a Zeratul running around. Now you also get the hard camp here, so pretty good mercenary taking here for New Order. And Zeri just going to have to be a little bit cautious since there are 3 people bottom. Got both tanks in middle, soaking and trying to push out the Abatha Locus plus the Johanna with the Knight takes pawn talent. Nobody soaking top for New Order. Pulse is actually getting a sizable experience advantage here. But Zupja's going to come in and clear up this wave, and that should mostly equal it out. You can have both towers dead down bottom here for the side of New Order, so Pulse's towers are dead. And the Zeratul actually backstab, coming around doing a huge amount of damage to the Brightwing, but should just be able to heal it up and tap the well. Not too much permanent damage done there. Again, we've got the Anubarak versus Mafia in top lane, which is very, very boring, but we have a fight happening bottom. Emerald Wind taken by the Brightwing, actually really, really good, was helped with the disengage there. Saved the Brightwing's life. We're going to have a great Hinterlands Blast coming out from the far side, sniping out that Sylvanas, but the Zeratul is very, very low on the backhand. He's trying to juke out, he's on his horse. Tyrael not quite able to find him with the smite there, and Zeratul's just going to be able to run out. Unfortunate for the side of New Order. In the meantime, we're going to have a Anubarak face off against Malfurion, and Malfurion's going to be able to get most of those seeds. Now, Team New Order have their first Terror, which is going to be picked up by Slight on the Jaina. And in the meantime, the Falstad and Tyrael are actually going to be engaging in trying to take that bottom Terror, whilst the Anubarak in top lane clearing out the monstrosity. A little back off here from New Order as Pulse try and clean up the rest of these seas, then maybe they can contest a fight for the top Terror. But we'll see what's going on. We're going to have Slight not sieging with their first Terror, in fact, for New Order, and trying to do some damage with it instead. Fantastic judgment out on the Sylvanas, but not much is going to be happening there, and the Tyrael's actually going to eat the full brunt of that Wailing Arrow. Had some shields on him though, luckily for himself and the Brightwing. Crazy Train dying there on the Johanna, despite being the tankiest hero in their team. She's going to get picked up quite handily there, which is going to secure this bottom Terror and potentially the top Terror as well for the side of New Order. Now they have the experience lead by a decent margin, not a huge amount. And in the meantime, Slight's just going to push with this Garden Terror. Nacho's going to come out and try and kill down Ben, but he should be okay here. Then again, with the Abatha hat on Nacho's, Ben's going to get picked up. Brightwing dies for absolutely no pickup. I think the Brightwing should have been able to get out, but forgot he didn't have Blink Hill, and in fact has Emerald Wind, which was uncool. Now, New Order's going to come up here and take the top Terror. Really, really good move here, because the whole of Pulse is distracted by Slight, who's done a fantastic job of keeping this Terror alive. In fact, the Terrors might not even die by the time it fully times out. Yeah, it's going to fully time out, which means maximum Terror usage there. And a huge amount of seeds and seeds come out here for the side of New Order. But fantastic Void Prison catching out 3, in fact 4 almost, on the back there. Meaning that they're able to single out Nijo and actually do some damage there. And good judgment here on the Johanna. Not necessarily the best target, she is very, very tanky. Nacho's coming in to try and take out the Tyrrell, but he's going to be able to Elduin's might himself away with the Brightwing. Polymorph on the back of that, going to be able to do a lot of completely whiffed Wailing Arrow there for the Sylvanas, which is a bit of a mistake. Zupai on the Anubarak, Burrow charging in with the Impale follow-up, but just going to be a bit of harass damage overall, and the Jaina doing a huge amount of damage and clearing out that wall. That's a fantastic fight for New Order on the back there. They not only were able to get a second Terror that fight because of Slight's fantastically conservative usage of it last game, last Terror, the first time they used it, but they're able to get all the seeds up here as a result of him distracting the entire team. We're actually going to have Nijo take the Terror this time. He's going to put down the pot to stop the push in mid lane. I think New Order want to take out this mid fort and then hopefully transition down bot, since the fort's quite low on health there. We're going to have a bit of a fight here. Zeratul doing some damage to Nijo, but hopefully we'll see a good conservative use of the gun Terror again there. In fact, he's just going to start to walk down bottom. A little bit of hesitation there, but should probably make his way down there and just take out that bottom fort whilst the rest of the team is distracted by the Siege Giants and the couple members that are there. Exact spotting out the grass, getting ready. A plant pot put down to try and kill out the fort. Going to do some good damage to the Brightwing. Ben on the Brightwing going to be able to come through the back and just clean up that fort, further extending New Order's experience advantage. Another plant pot come here, not going to be dealt with at all, so that's going to get the full duration, do a lot of damage, but another great Void Prism actually blocking out the team, but in fact it wasn't nearly as good as I thought it was. Another whiffed Wailing Arrow from the Sylvanas there. Ivan Nacho's almost dying to the end of the land blast, just being able to blink himself away. And in fact the Johanna again going to get caught out and killed. Going to have an ice block from the Malfurion. Oh, at the worst time, he's going to get caught out there. He was stuck, nowhere being able to get out there. That ice block was just delayed his death instead of saving his life. Force on the Brightwing, meanwhile, are going to push out this mid fort and probably take it. Top fort, going to in fact get cleared out by the Falstad. A good fly in there from Exact, able to fully utilise Falstad's manoeuvrability in order to maximise their push and their experience. I love Nacho's going to do a little bit of harass damage on Slight here, but not too much to be done. The Brightwing able to bribe out the Siege Giant camp of the opponents. Pulse doing what they can. Gonna have not gonna be able to defend this mid fort, so just gonna have to back off here and are a talent point and 2.5 levels behind, so really gonna have to, or at least 1.5 levels now, really gonna have to take a favourable engagement and try not to take an even fight at this point in the game, because it certainly won't be even. Now, quickly showing the talents here, we're going to have Wormhole for Zeratul. Obviously, we saw the Ice Block from Malfurion. Seeing all the talents already again. Blessed Shield from the Johanna. Evolved Monstrosity, the Void Prism. Judgment, Water Elemental, Emerald Winds, Locust Swarm with Infinite Blast as well. Maybe you would like to see Web Blast to stop out the Malfurion, since he did take Tranquility. If he can get the Web Blast off before Tranquility props, and that basically means a completely one team fight. But Locust Swarm, always good. It's going to do a lot of damage, a lot of work here. Now, interestingly, we see New Order come up here to try and contest this Terror, but Pulse have already taken this completely. Weird Void Prism there, zoning out, and we're going to have the Wailing Arrow come from Sylvanas and do a decent amount of damage, but Zeratul is going to get popped instantly there. As is Johanna, she's going to get stunned out and killed. Not Queen or the Mafia, not able to heal through, even with Tranquility popped. And that is that's a pretty bad engagement and fight for Pulse. What they did wrong there was the fact that the Void Prism started the fight, and then and just delayed the start of the fight, whilst there was only two, and in fact after the Brighton came in, 3 heroes there for the side of New Order. Pulse's all 5 members should have just started that fight and used the Void Prism to push out to keep out the rest of Team New Order, in fact, but they just delayed the fight, allowed New Order to regroup, and New Order took a very favourable fight, despite a decent Wailing Arrow landing on the side of New Order from Pulse. Now, we are going to get a Terror out for Pulse, their second one of the game, but there will be the 3rd Terror for New Order after this death. Since you see with the open cap here, that means there's enough seeds in order to get to Terror. Nighttime has ended, and we'll probably just see New Order take a defensive stance, kill out the Terror as much as they can, and then when their Terror has around 10-15 seconds left, it'll be that's when I reckon they should take their Terror. Fantastic judgment here on the Savant's going to catch her out. It's going to take a huge amount of damage from the Jaina with all that crit damage from being chilled, plus the extra freeze on top with the Kona Cold, Numbing Blast, level 16 tap take, and another Ice Block just going to delay out the Malfurion instead of saving his life. But in the meantime, I have Nachos on that Zeratul, taking the mid fort, and 30 seconds remaining. Wait for the whole team to get full health, and Nijo's going to take that Garden Terror. About 20 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, the Team Pulse's Terror doing a lot of good damage here on these abilities. We're going to have actually a really hammer Hinterland Blast come out and do a lot of damage to the Terror on the side of Pulse, but not actually kill out too much. I mean, it did clear out the plant pot, but it was already used about halfway. Gonna have a Nubrak chase down the Garden Terror, do a little bit, but not much. And in fact, on the back of this, New Order with the Brightwing and the Garden Terror just going to push down and try and see what damage they can do to a keep. Sylvanas and Johanna should be able to clear out the plant pots pretty quickly though, so probably not going to have too much overgrowth plant. They have a decent push here. Nijo looking to expend the duration of the Terror again instead of dying, but probably won't be able to this time. Taking a lot of damage, tanking the fort as well, which isn't sorry, the keep as well, which isn't great. And level 20 is actually out for the side of New Order, meaning that they're at a really, really strong teamfight advantage. Taking a keep as well means they'll probably be level 21 before Team Pulse are even level 19. You're going to get double Rewind out for New Order. Interesting, not Storm Shield on the Brightwing, but Rewind is still fantastically good. Gust of Healing plus the Crit Rise taken as well. I'm going to have Rewind for the Anubarak instead of Hardened Shield. I suppose you get a lot more kind of pseudo tankiness if the enemies are stunned, so they can't hurt you, as well as having a second Burrow Charge and a second Hardened Carapace. Double Blood for Blood as well for the side New Order. Other than that, most of the talents we'd normally expect. In fact, the talents we'd normally expect from them anyway. We have a good imposing presence choice here for the Johanna. Basically, stop out the Anubarak plus the Tyrael doing too much damage. But since they're not the huge damage dealers on the side of New Order, it's maybe even a questionable choice at this point. Good judgment going on the Zeratul, picking him out. He's probably going to die here. Good Wailing Arrow, though, on the backline, hitting the Brightwing, the Falstad, and the Jaina. But not much is going to be done about the Zeratul just getting blown up. There's a fantastic judgment on the top of that. The chills coming out from the Jaina, plus the root with the Kona Cold. And that's that. Zeratul dead. Second keep taken. Another fight won. 14 kills for the side, on the side of New Order, with only 2 on the side of Pulse. I'm actually going to quickly check the stat screen. Sylvanas haven't done a huge amount for the side of Pulse, more than anybody on the side of New Order, but they're just not able to capitalise. The Brightwing's healing is just an extremely huge amount, despite having taken Emerald Wind. Gabbatha, Evolved Monstrosity, doing some good work down at the bottom. Probably going to get cleaned up by the Falstad, or at least taken down quite heavily. Doing a lot of damage though, because it's got a good few amount of stacks, I imagine, at this point. Nighttime spawns, and New Order are just going to take their massive advantage. Take the seeds down bottom. They've got 25 seeds, and they've already got a Terror growing. There are not enough seeds on this map for either team to get another Terror. Sorry, yeah, another Terror. As you see by the closed cap here, and obviously there's only 25 there. But Team Pulse looking to maybe take their mercenary camps. They really should at this point, but didn't cap them before the Terror was taken for New Order. And this might end up being the final push of the game. Now we do have level 20 out for Pulse. Going to have Nexus Blades along with double bombs for the Zeratul, Bolt on the Storm, which will be able to save the Malfurion, and hopefully more than the Ice Block has, plus Tenacious Roots upgrading Wailing Arrow, so no Bolted Storm for Sylvanas. A little bit greedy, but maybe they just want that extra bit of damage. Fantastic Void Prism out here from Island Nachos. In fact, isolating out 3. Really good Wailing Arrow to follow that up, silencing on 4, if not all 5 of the enemy team. Able to blow up that Jaina super quickly. Crazy Trem Johanna having to back up. Zeratul, Island Nachos, taking a lot of damage. Singularity spiking a Beetle, unfortunately, but Nijo in that Garden Terror, just being able to do a lot of damage on the core. Gonna die quite quickly here. Core might not take that much damage, but you've got 2 catapults here and 2 siege giants. Have Johanna moving in very aggressively, very well done. Stunning out, pushing the team of New Order back as much as it can. Hopefully we will see another solid defense like that out of Pulse. Come the next push. Pulse are looking to take the Terror. It's not going to translate into a Garden Terror for themselves anyway, but it is going to be enough seeds to start to reapply pressure. Now, off the back of that, we're going to have Indestructible by Johanna. Very common talent. Hive Mind taken by the Abathur, as well as Soma Transfer and Venom Spines. A little bit curious with the Envenom Spines, but I suppose the slow for extra control is really good. Cold Embrace, the vulnerability from Sylvanas, is fantastic, and Evasive Fire, the movement speed. Going to be what we see picked up here. Now, hiding those talents because we don't necessarily see them anymore. Have the Siege Giants taken here for the side of New Order, the ones close to Pulse's base. They're going to push him, but probably just get cleaned up quite quickly, not do much work, unless New Order push with these Siege Giants, which I can't imagine they do. Then again, saying that, the hard camp plus a wave is coming up behind the Siege Giants, so we'll probably see maybe a final push come out here. They don't have a Terror on their side, but they do have a lot of damage coming out. They have a level advantage, almost a 2-level advantage at this point. All ultimates, other than Water Elemental, are up. In fact, Water Elemental was just popped. We're going to have a fantastic Void Prism singling out them again, but Nijo on that Tyrael is just too tanky. Fantastic Wailing Arrow again coming out, but just going to get healed up instantly by the Brightwing. Nothing going to come from that. Jaina, so close on that Ice Block. And in fact, bolted out right at the end there instead of dying, and that is going to be more damage on the core from the Siege Giants and the Catapults, and game. Well played by New Order, beating out Pulse in this best of 1 series. Congratulations to them. They advanced to round 3, I believe. I've been Axilla for Failhouse. Not for Failhouse, sorry. I've been Axilla. This tournament has been was made and hosted by eSports Wall. Follow them on Twitter at eSports Wall, and you can also follow me on Twitter at StefanHeroes. Both of those will be in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and until next time.